Hello, Professor and fellow classmates. I'm doing a video this time for the Unit 2 discussion board post for identity theft. See, I have my notes in front of me here. That way I don't get lost. I was almost done with my discussion board post. I usually handwrite everything just to get everything smoothed out and looked over before I actually post it. And then the professor posted that announcement saying that identity theft was not a cybercrime, but more of a more traditional crime. So that kind of threw me off there for a second, and I had to redo and rethink some stuff. So as he did mention, it is a traditional crime, but I think with the technology advances, it has made it a little bit easier, I think, in my opinion anyway, for the criminals to steal your identity. And one of the easiest ways to do that is by either stealing a phone, tablet, laptops, because those seem to be commonplace now anywhere you go. You know, places like, like Starbucks or McDonald's, other places like that have the free Wi-Fi. So a lot of people go there to use that. And it's a good opportunity for these identity thieves to either steal the phone or the laptop, try to access the information that way, or, my biggest fear is having somebody look over my shoulder when I'm using my cell phone in public. So I try not to use my cell phone in public too much. If I do, it's usually for texting purposes only, stuff like that. I usually don't go on to any big accounts or like Facebook or anything like that when I'm in public. Especially do not do the bank. I don't do my bank app because I don't want anybody seeing that. And it may be unintentional too. I mean, you might lose your phone, might fall out of your pocket, might fall out of your purse, depending. So you just never know. So it's a good idea. The two good ways that I read about and that I really agree with to being proactive to protecting your identity is to make sure that your devices and all your accounts are secured, meaning log out of your Facebook or social media accounts. Don't save your passwords for anything. One of the biggest things too, I just upgraded my phone not that long ago. I have an LG V10 and it has a fingerprint thing on the back of it. I'd show you, but I'm actually using my phone to record right now. So it'll scan my finger or my fingerprint, and it will allow me to unlock my phone. So that's one of the ways that I started doing when we're out in public. I will turn that feature on. That way it will test or will only turn on with my fingerprint. And I was kind of skeptical at first, so I tried it out and did some experimenting and had my wife try to do it with her fingerprint. Didn't let her on. So, but again, nothing's 100%, I don't think anyway. It's electronic. It could probably be cracked. But it's better than having nothing. So it's a little bit of a deterrent. And then the second way to be proactive is to check your credit report and check your bank account often. This is something that I don't do often enough because my wife usually handles all the bills, so I let her do all that stuff. But I know I need to start checking my my credit report just in case something does happen. It'll pop up on there. It might show somebody tried to buy a car or something or get a loan and use your name, so you can see that company pop up. And if you didn't actually do it, then that should start setting off little red flags everywhere for you. And then, so I looked up, I'm currently stationed in Missouri, so I looked up the Missouri rules for identity theft, or laws. It says it's effective until December 31st, 2016. So if a person commits the crime of identity theft, if he or she knowingly and with the intent to deceive or defraud obtains, possesses, transfers, uses, or attempts to obtain, transfer, or use one or more means of identification not lawfully issued for his or her use. So what this means is, in a nutshell, that it's could be trying to steal somebody's social security number, driver's license number, checking account number, saving account number, credit card numbers, debit card numbers, that sort of thing, personally identified codes, electronic identification numbers, digital signatures, fingerprints, passwords, parents' legal name, surname, prior to marriage, passports, birth certificates, everything like that. So if a person's found guilty of identity theft, they will be punished as follows. Identity theft or attempted identity theft, which does not result in the theft or appropriation of credit, money, goods, services, or other property, is a Class B misdemeanor. Identity theft, which results in the theft of a appropriation of credit, money, goods, services, or other property not exceeding $500 in value, is a Class A misdemeanor. Identity theft, which results in the theft of appropriation of credit, money, goods, services, or other property exceeding $500 and not exceeding $5,000 in value, is a Class C felony. Identity theft, which results in the theft or appropriation of credit, money, goods, services, or other property exceeding $5,000, not exceeding $50,000 in value, is a Class B felony. And identity theft, which results in the theft or appropriation of credit, money, goods, services, or other property exceeding $50,000, is a Class A felony. So it says, in addition to the provisions of the section before, the court may order that the defendant make restitution to any victim of the offense. Restitution may include payment for any costs, including attorney fees incurred by the victim. So it's for in clearing the credit history or credit rating of the victim, and in connection with any civil or administrative proceedings to satisfy any debt, lien, or other obligation of the victim arising from actions of the defendant. So I was kind of shocked when I read that the thief may have to pay for any charges that the person had to go through to restore their credit and credit rating and credit history and everything. So I thought that was very interesting. I think that it is the law here. I think it's really well. I think I've seen or read about, I can't remember off the top of my head now because it's been a little while, some states not being this involved. So I really like the state of Missouri's laws for identity theft. And if anybody wants to read up on them, I have let's see if I can put it up here, the link for the website, and I will also comment or leave it in the reference box when I upload the video as well. If anybody has any questions, feel free to comment below. Thank you for your time.